Hi. If you write an essay the way you speak, your grades will suffer. Let's say you write phrasal verbs, that people use in spoken English. Your professor will circle those phrasal verbs such as look at or figure out, talk about. The professor will circle those phrasal verbs and say use academic words. So if you write the way you speak English, your grades are not going to be great. Let's look at an example before we start. Researchers looked at the way strain builds up around a fault. Looked at. Now that's not academic English, right? Academic writing. Researchers observed the way strain accumulates around a fault. So notice, looked at, there are two words, and observed is just one academic verb. So more often than not in academic writing, professors like to see students use one solid verb. So let's take this lesson together. If you complete the lesson, you will feel more comfortable using academic language in your papers and you will get a good grade. So with no further delay, let's begin. Okay? What's the difference between spoken and academic language? Spoken English and academic English. What's the difference? Well, spoken is more common in conversation. When we talk to people, we use, casual words, many phrasal verbs. I'm going to look into it, okay, I'll talk about this and I'll talk about call him back. It sounds friendly, but it's not professional. And when you write an academic paper, your professor wants you to be formal, use formal academic language. Academic style is most precise, fewer phrasal verbs. There are not too many. We'll figure out, we'll look into it, and it sounds more objective and formal. Okay, so let's dive right into it. I have created a vocabulary upgrade list for you. In the left column, I have given you some spoken informal phrasal verbs like talk about, look at, look into, find out, come up with. And in the right column, I've given you some academic formal verbs, discuss, examine. So rather than saying the author talks about the crisis, the climate change crisis, you should write the author discusses the climate change crisis. Do you see the difference? In the left column is all spoken English and the right column is academic. Deal with it. We will figure something out. We'll make sure, we'll bring about. Use the academic words instead. So let's begin with some examples and we'll do lots of exercises today so that we make our vocabulary base solid. Why phrasal verbs sound informal? We just discussed this. Phrasal verbs are verbs followed by a particle, such as up, out, into, off, right? Put it off, look into it, look something up. They're very common in speech. So the study looked into the problem. The study investigated the problem. Do you feel a difference? They are very different sentences, aren't they? The study looked into the problem. People will say, yeah, sure, especially your professor. But if you say the study investigated the problem, the language changes. The language becomes more impressive. Very good. So let's dive right into it. Let's do some exercise. You will have lots of exercises to do so that you will practice using academic English. Choose the better academic sentence. Choose A or B. So there are 3 pairs of sentences, right? I have created for you, and I need you to choose the one that you think is more academic sounding. All right? All right, so pause the video, complete this exercise. All right, how did you do? I'm sure you did really well. Number 1 is A, the study analyzed climate change effects, not the study looked at. The second you said looked at, it becomes a phrasal verb because it has the verb looked and the particle at. The study looked at, that is spoken. And in spoken English, it's okay, but it's not okay to write like that in academic English. Number 2 is B, the researchers found out the cause of the error. Found out. Notice the two words. It's a phrasal verb, to find out, but it's replaced by, those 2 words are replaced by just one verb, determined. The researchers determined the cause of the error. Notice that's the only difference between the two sentences, but the second one sounds much, much, much better. Number 3 is B, right? The team came up with a new method. It came up, that is the issue, right? There is a phrasal verb, came up. So rather than writing came up, you write developed a new method, right? Okay, exercise 2. So moving on. Replace the informal verb. So the professor will talk about the results tomorrow. Scientists are looking into the new disease. The study points out several problems. The company put off the project. And those are all features of spoken English. We want to be academic, right? We want our language to be formal. So pause the video. I need you to rewrite these sentences. Replace the phrasal verbs with academic vocabulary. Can you do that for me? Okay, I'm sure you can. So pause the video and complete the exercise. Okay, so talk about is spoken, discuss is academic, is formal. The professor will discuss the results tomorrow. Scientists are investigating the new disease. The study indicates several problems. The company postponed the project, not put it off or put off the project, postpone the project. Okay? This is interesting, isn't it? Right? You're learning this is very important. If you're taking a course in composition, if you're taking English 1, for example, very important for you to use academic vocabulary. All right. This is a matching activity. Match the pairs. Deal with. Which one do you think it is in column B? Deal with is what? Is it A, B, C, or D? Let's do all 4 of them. I hope you're enjoying these exercises. There's a lot more. So just be patient. Stay with me and let's do this together, okay? I'm with you. Pause the video, complete the exercise, and we will go over the answers. Okay, deal with is address. We will deal with this problem. We will address this problem at the meeting. Figure out is identify. To give up is to abandon the project. Okay, and find out is to determine. The scientists are trying to find out the causes of this disease. The scientists are trying to determine. Right? So far, so good? Very good. Academic only. Only academic words. Fill in the blanks. Let's complete this exercise. Okay? Choose the best academic word. Determine, discuss, investigate, and ensure. Fill in the blanks using these words. The goal of this study is to determine the main causes of failure. Researchers will discuss the data in the next section. Safety procedures ensure accurate measurements, and the team will investigate the effects of pollution on health. Very good. Moving along. A quick fire upgrade, just to show you the differences. We have gone over some of the examples that we have gone over together. We've looked at the problem. Well, I'm speaking to you, so I said looked at, but I wouldn't write that way. Students analyzed the problem, not looked at the problem. Came up with a solution. They proposed a solution. We need to find out the reason. We need to determine the reason. All right? So it's just to like reinforce the idea that we have been discussing and studying together. All right? Okay. Now, how about this? This, I think, is going to take you some time. So, give yourself some time. Don't rush. Okay? Take your time. Be patient. Just pause the video and complete this vocabulary exercise. Choose a verb from the list. So I've given you 10 verbs. They're all academic, right? All academic, formal, and I need you to fill in the blanks. You may need to change the tense depending on the context. So I would like you to stop now, okay? Stop do this exercise. It's quite a few. There are like quite a few sentences. There are 10 questions altogether. Will take you some time. I'll wait for you. Okay, I'll wait for you to finish, and then we will compare the answers. Okay, number 1 is investigate, 2 is formulate, 3 is assess, 4 is enhance, 5 is analyze, 6 is recommend, 7 is remove, 8 is indicate, 9 is stabilize, and 10 is develop. Okay, how did you do? All right, I hope you got most of them right, but if you didn't, it's okay. You are students, you're learning, so it's okay to make mistakes, right? Don't be disappointed. You're learning, and it's human nature to make errors. We make errors, and that is how we learn. It's part of the learning process. If you didn't get something right, and if you see that you made quite a few mistakes, please write in the comments. I keep asking you to write in the comments. I will read them myself, and I'll give you my feedback. All right. Okay. Set 2. Here's another exercise. Similar. Choose a verb from the list that makes each sentence more formal. So now this time in each sentence you will see some phrasal verbs. Looked at, worked together, the university created a new, find out, showed, tried to make taxes lower. Make them academic. Make them sound more formal than they are right now. Use the verbs from the list. Okay? Very good. Number 1 is examine. Number 2 is facilitate. Number 3 is establish. 4 is determine. 5 is indicate. 6 is present. 7 is reduce. 8 is evaluate. 9 is support. 10 is present. Okay? And as I said before, if you still are confused after seeing the answers, if you have made some mistakes, it's no problem. Just be sure to ask your questions in the comments. Let's do it one more time. Here's a third set of a vocabulary exercise, academic vocabulary. Again, there are 10 questions. So pause the video. It's important for you to give yourself a lot of time to do this. Pause the video, read the questions, find the correct words, and then fill in the blanks with it. Are you ready? Do you want to see the answers now? Sure. 1 is clarify, 2 is compare, 3 is illustrate, 4 is justify, 5 is maintain, 6 is compare or identify, 7 is identify, 8 is support, 9 is modify, and 10 is outline. Next up, academic vocabulary exercise set 4. Now there are 5 sentences, okay, that are informal. The researchers looked at, engineers are trying to come up with, the committee has put together, new instruments can pick up plans to build high-speed rail lines. All right, so I need you to use academic words to reduce the informality of each sentence. Obviously, you need to get rid of looked at, because that's a phrasal verb. It doesn't sound very formal. It doesn't sound very advanced or academic. So replace looked at, right, with something, but it should be one word. A single verb for the one in italics. Okay? Well, try to finish this exercise. You've come this far, so thank you for staying with me. If you have been taking these exercises, working hard, I am proud of you. We will get to the end, so not to worry. Okay, so 1 is looked at, is substituted by examine, come up with is develop, put together is compiled, pick up is detect, and build is construct. Right? Doesn't it sound much better? It sounds more formal, more academic. Very good. Is exercise set 5, academic vocabulary exercise. Which of the underlined words would be more suitable for an academic paper? So I've given you 2 choices. it should be easy for you. I think you will do it, no problem. The study produced a lot of slash numerous data points. Now, remember, this is for an academic paper. Which language, which of the two underlined words? You have a lot of, and then you have numerous. Which one do you think you should choose to write? Okay, so complete this task, finish this exercise, and I'll wait for you to finish. Okay, the study produced numerous data points. The scientist was able to determine the main cause of the reaction. The results of several experiments were consistent. Which one do you think? Many? Several is more formal. A delay in implementation is one of the consequences of the new policy. Consequence means a bad result. Very good. Okay, let's do one more time. I know I'm giving you lots of exercises, but remember, practice makes perfect. The more you practice, the better you become a writer. Supply a more academic word or phrase for the one underlined in each sentence. The teacher's feedback was kind of positive. Do you think that sounds good? Because that's kind of positive. People speak that way, right? The movie was kind of boring. Was it boring or was it interesting? It was kind of boring. But that's spoken English. It just doesn't sound good in academic writing. So can you find those like kind of or really high? It's not yet certain, right? Get together to discuss the next phase. Can you replace these spoken phrases, phrasal verbs with something academic, more formal? Stop the video, pause the video now, stop here, and complete the 4 exercises. Okay, so it was kind of positive. Be precise, right? Be precise. Omit needless words. You don't need to use several words to impress the professor, to impress the reader. The readers like conciseness. They like, something brief and very tight, constructive. The teacher's feedback was constructive, was kind of positive, too many words. The company's profits were substantial. The timeline for completion is undetermined, meaning it's not yet decided, it's not certain when the project is due. Researchers are trying to convene, a convention hall, for example, where people gather, convene to discuss the next phase of the project. All right? Very good. So thank you for coming this far. Thank you for staying with me. This is great. Let me give you some tips before I leave you. When writing essays, try to avoid phrasal verbs as much as possible. My advice to you is just don't write phrasal verbs at all, right? You will be in safe zone. Choose precise verbs. Use rather just one standalone, a single, convened. One word that gets the meaning across in a formal way. When writing essay, make sure you sound objective, not conversational. Don't write the way you speak. In academic writing, avoid, a lot of get, do, make, figure out, take off, put off. Casual expressions do not use. Storytelling language, do not use storytelling language. And ask yourself, before you turn in the paper, before you submit the paper to your professor, ask, would this sound okay in a research paper? If not, then you need to upgrade the verb. The verb is probably colloquial, is very spoken. So you need to use academic language. All right, so here is a common challenge for you, right? I like to leave you with a challenge so that learning doesn't stop here once the lesson is over. I need you to write the sentence in better academic English. The researchers looked into the problem and figured out the cause. How would you say it in a formal way? How would you write the same sentence formally using academic verbs? So your job is to rewrite the sentence, right? Make it sound academic, and then Write your sentence in the comments and I'll get back to you. All right, I'll read it myself and I'll give you my feedback. Thank you again for watching this lesson. And any questions, feel free to ask. If you enjoyed this lesson, please share it with your friends and people who are learning English. And I'm here to support your education. Feel free to drop by and write comments. There are other lessons on this channel that I would like you to watch. Keep working hard, keep practicing, keep reading and writing in English, speak in English, listen to people who speak English, and your language will grow. All right? Thank you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.